Well, tonight the men will be separated from the boys in the UEFA Champions League as Liverpool will be looking at how to defend their home ground against the complete Paris Saint-Germain, and that is coming from Arne Slot, the Liverpool manager. However, there might be drama in Germany if the Istanbul Spirit comes into Bayer Leverkusen inside a coach who led Liverpool to go into winning the UEFA Champions League when he was a player with Liverpool. But can Barcelona bring up the spirit of the medical man who passed on days ago to beat Benfica and qualify to the quarterfinal? Well, Sports Wizard will let us know. Open your IFA up this morning. Good morning to you, Ganzi.
Yeah, good morning, Young Striker 9. Good morning to our listener out there. It feels good to be back behind the MIC once again this beautiful Tuesday morning. And we are set again to tell you all the latest updates in the ever-exciting world of sport.
Okay, so we both sounded dull this morning because LA Lakers lost, right?
Right. So it was a narrow defeat.
Bro, defeat.
But remember, they actually missed the services of a number of their players.
Yeah.
Even the man, LeBron James, had to sit that game out. He was injured. So let's hope they can bounce back.
Because LeBron James will be missing like close to 2 weeks due to the injury he's got. But let's also give it to Doncic, who has been phenomenal for LA Lakers. But it is what it is. We also look at other results of games that started in the NBA in the wee hours of today, same as what went down in the ongoing Indian Wells. So we know some players already through, the likes of Carlo Alcaraz and more. Yes, those ones we can put our money on. All right, guys. Well, let's take you back to what happened in the wee hours of today between Brooklyn Nets and LA Lakers. We come back, we give you full results and look at tennis and football.
Players being healthy, you often can overlook that.
Russell, give it up. Claxton, the easy flush.
What he's added, speaking of how well they played defensively, he's such a big component of that.
Doncic steps in and banks it home. He was looking for a call. Up 2 of 7. And the Nets now down 9-7. Reeves draws a lot of attention. Vincent, bottom. It's a 3. Timeout. Milwaukee on Thursday and then at Denver on Friday. Beautiful move from Luka Doncic. Austin Reeves gets into the offense here. The cut by Len, extra feed, hot shooter. It continues. Gabe Vincent.
Someone closing out Tyler.
He's got 11 points in the opening quarter. Catch and shoot. Johnson answers with a tray. Johnson drives. Pull up. He sticks it. 5 seconds left. 6-point lead for Brooklyn. Doncic. Kick. Reeves. 3 on the way. He banks it in. For the wire. Russell makes his move. Fend off. Russell. No good. Offensive rebound. Williams puts it down.
How many players have been out?
Get it in. Doncic, clean look. It's good. Luka Doncic with a
Of getting this in, the Lakers will go for a steal. If not, will be forced to foul.
Zaire Williams, trigger in. Cloudy breaks away. Cloudy rocks the rim. Reeves takes it in with 3. It's no good. Lakers have a chance. Doncic, miracle toss is short. And the Nets hold on.
Well, there you go, the highlight of the game between the Brooklyn Nets and LA Lakers on the wee hours of today. At the end of the day, the Lakers lost by 111 to 108 points. And elsewhere in the early hours of today, Atlanta Hawks defeated Philadelphia 76ers 132 to 123 points. Boston Celtics were victorious against Utah Jazz 114 to 108 points. Miami Heat were also not too hot for Charlotte Hornets to handle as they lost at home 102 to 105 points. Toronto Raptors defeated Washington Wizards 119 to 104 points. And elsewhere in the wee hours of today, the Bulls from Chicago defeated Indiana Pacers 121 to 103 points. Houston Rockets won against Orlando Magic in a low-scoring affair 97 to 84 points. Memphis Grizzlies defeated Phoenix Suns by just 2 points, 120 to 118 points. Oklahoma City Thunder lost at home to Denver Nuggets 127 to 140 points. San Antonio Spurs also lost at home to Dallas Mavericks 129 to 133 points. GSW in the wee hours of today were victorious against Portland Trailblazers 130 to 120 points. And the last game in the early hours of today was the game between the Sacramento Kings and New York Knicks. At the end of the day, the Kings lost at home by 104 to 133 points.
All right, well, you just got the results in the NBA decided in the wee hours of today. Now, let's talk tennis. Look at what is happening at the Indian Wells. Looking at the results from that, and the same as reaction from some of the players at the Indian Wells Masters ATP 1000. Carlo Alcaraz, Ben Shelton, Gigo Dimitrov all won their games in the wee hours of today. And we'll also be looking at more games to go down today. By 9 o'clock, I could ring with taken Stefano Tsitsipas, and that'll be 9 p.m. So because there's 9 or 8 in the morning.
Nigerian time.
10:30 p.m. Arthur Fields will take Marco Giron. And the name sounds like Giro. you know, sometimes when you look at some names, you'll be like, well, are these people from Nigeria? Okay, and in the WTA, Ludmila Samsonova, Donna Vekic, Jasmine Paolini all booked their places into the next round of the ongoing tournament as they all won their matches this morning. And by 7 p.m., Iga Swiatek will take Karolina Munkova, Elina Svitolina will take Jessica Pegula in the singles. Now let's move on this morning and give you more updates as we move straight to talk football, because we've got a lot to look at on the show this morning. But let's start with what is happening in Mexico.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
All right, now let's talk football on the show this morning. The update coming through from Mexico, where the team head coach Javier Aguirre has announced the 23-player roster for the upcoming CONCACAF Nations League matches during the March international window, with Raul Jimenez and Santiago Jimenez headlining the squad. Aguirre's side will face Canada in the semi-final on the 28th of this month at the SoFi Stadium in the city of Los Angeles, before going on to face either the United States or Panama in the final or match for third place. And of course, the manager also left out historic players like Guillermo Ochoa and Henry Martin, making way for new players to shine. And remember, this guy playing in the MLS, that's Hervin Lozano. He's played in England before. He played for the new San Diego FC. Also failed to make the 23-player roster as announced by the head coach of Mexico yesterday.
I mean, for Guillermo Ochoa, I think if I could remember, if memory serves me right, he has an issue at some point, so he's not really getting that opportunity under this manager.
Yeah, he's one of the most popular faces that has ever done the Mexican, team colors. I remember there was a time World Cup back-to-back, maybe the 2018 World Cup, then the last two editions of the World Cup in Qatar as well. It was all over, there. He's a very fantastic goalkeeper, and now he has no spot, and this guy is 23.
Well, it happens. If you look at you look at the Ahmed Musa at some point. For Ahmed Musa, he scored brace against is it Iceland? It was Argentina or Iceland.
Okay, I think he scored against both teams.
Yes. So and
different editions of the World Cup, I remember.
So if you look at his invitation for the past few, the invitation to the national team, he wasn't invited.
Today, don't know.
But now he has been invited by Eric Shaw.
Well, he has not been invited. His name was just included
in the provisional squad, right?
Provisional squad.
So we'll be shocked.
I'm not sure he's going to make it, honestly.
Are you cursing?
No, I'm not cursing. If he makes it, then
I mean, everything. Anytime we have discussion on the show, everything you say in English turns to Yoruba.
I don't know curse. Well, honestly, I feel like there are a lot of players who are better than Ahmed Musa at this point in time. And come on, he's paid his dues for the Super Eagles.
But that experience is still there.
Oh, experience.
Can you compare? How many wingers can you compare with I'm also saying with Ahmed Musa in the current.
The man you mentioned, Ademola Lookman, he can be compared.
I don't see Ademola Lookman as a winger. I see him more as
a winger.
I don't see him more. Like what I'm saying, I don't see him more as a winger.
Well, he's a utility player. He can play every position up front. But remember, we have Moses Simon. We've got some other guys who play the flanks for us. I mean, a lot of them. No, Ahmed Musa, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think he's fit.
Okay.
And we are playing crunch fixtures, the World Cup qualifiers, and it's looking dicey for us. So we need the best.
So can you check your crystal balls if you can qualify for the World Cup?
We'll talk about that one later.
A long way to go to the final, and we already know which teams we can face. And I know from playing, there's first Aston Villa or Club Brugge, and then afterwards is probably going to be Arsenal or Atletico Madrid. So all very good teams. But what I do agree with Luis Enrique that we are a team, Paris Saint-Germain are a team, and 3 or 4 others that are good enough to reach the final. But because it's only 2 games, luck and bad luck can be decisive as well. So it's difficult to say, but both teams are good enough to reach the final. Let's put it that way.
Well, Arne Slot, the Liverpool manager, speaking ahead of tonight's game, saying that both teams are good enough for the final, but one will have to, get to the quarterfinal. But it also depends on the teams you face in the quarterfinal, same as semi-final before getting to the final. They can tip you. But if you don't tip yourself, there's no way you go to.
Exactly. I feel like Arne Slot knows the task is very difficult for Liverpool. When you consider what happened in the first leg, remember it was their only shot on target that led to the goal that was scored in that encounter. Paris Saint-Germain were dominant all through that game. But of course, they enjoyed possession. They just couldn't find penetration in that encounter. And maybe today playing at the Anfield Stadium, they are going to enjoy the possession and find penetration. We don't know for sure, but of course I expect it to be difficult, just like Arne Slot also posited. And for Liverpool, honestly, I don't know what's wrong with them. Remember, over the weekend they also struggled. Maybe struggled is not the word, but of course they were 1 goal down before they came back to win 3-1 against Southampton, the Whipping Boys. We all thought it was going to be a whitewash for Liverpool. By the end of the day, they had to come back from a go down. But all things being equal, I feel like both teams would score tonight. It's going to be a very entertaining game of football. They've got the quality in both teams. Mohamed Salah, the form of his life. Talk about Ousmane Dembele as well, form of his life. So these 2 guys would be shouldering the responsibilities of each team. But when you look at Liverpool, whenever they play at Anfield, they're always a different animal entirely. Anfield is like a slaughtering ground for a lot of teams. But Paris Saint-Germain have also proven to be one of the best sides in Europe, especially in the Champions League this season. So honestly, I would say a draw at the end of the day would be a fair result for both parties, and that would mean Liverpool progressing to the next round of this competition. Okay,
so a man who was called a danger man in the Italian Serie A, he won the Scudetto with Napoli. Kivika Kvaratskhelia also spoke, saying that, well, anything can happen tonight, although Liverpool looks complete, but PSG will convert their chances tonight.
First of all, I want to say that the chances are, I think, 50-50, because I think to dominate against Liverpool is not easy, and we did it. We play very well. I think we show great football, and for me, tomorrow the game will be 50-50. We just have to concentrate about our game and to be confident, to show them that we are here just to win. I think the most important is last game we create many chances and we didn't score. We had many great opportunities to score, but we missed it. And I think tomorrow it will be so important to just be ready for every moment. And if there will be chance to score, we have to score it and just use our strength that we have on the team.
Well, we're talking about the UEFA Champions League, but let's go on the break. And when we return, Ganzi will tell us the teams he would like to see qualify for the quarterfinal round of the UEFA Champions League tonight.
I can't seem to find the right event center for this party.
What's the problem? You sound so worried.
I've been searching for a venue that can handle both the formal ceremony and the casual after party. Nothing seems to fit both moods.
Have you heard of Awenia Arena Event Center?
Awenia Arena? What makes them so special?
They are the perfect blend of elegance and comfort. Their venue is versatile, has the perfect space, event managers, and security for every occasion. And they'll work with you to create the perfect setting for every part of your event.
Wow, this is perfect. Awene Arena really nailed it.
They did. Visit us at 116 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Iyano Liberty, Okado, Ibadan, or call 0809 360 7888 or 0706 899 4970 to book your event today. Our Awene Arena Event Center is where your event finds its perfect fit.
bó ṣe wà yìí mo ti ní ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá nípamọ́ tí ọ̀gá náà bá wá sanwó fún mi lọ́la màá tún fi ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá mìíràn kún tí Ṣẹ́gun náà bá wá sanwó tó jẹ mí á jẹ́ pé màá tún fi ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá mìíràn kún bí ó ṣe máa lọ nìyẹn.
ọ̀gbẹ́ni ìwọ ní kí n ka ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá tó ń ṣe látẹ̀ gangan àbí.
FCMB Millionaire promo ìkẹwàá ló máa tún ti dé mo ń ṣe ìṣirò oye tí mo máa fi pamọ́ tí yóò fún mi ní àǹfààní láti kópa jẹ̀bùn ìtorí pé ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá kọ̀ọ̀kan tí mo bá fi pamọ́ ó lè jẹ́ kí n jẹ̀bùn mílíọ̀nù tó pọ̀.
ṣáà ti fowó pamọ́ sínú àkáǹtì rẹ fọ́gbọ̀n ọjọ́ láì gbà èyí lè jẹ́ kó láǹfààní àti jẹ̀bùn mílíọ̀nù kan náírà yálà oníbàárà tuntun ló jẹ́ tàbí ìwọ tó ti wà pẹ̀lú wa tẹ́lẹ̀ láti ṣí àkáǹtì yìí rọrùn púpọ̀ ohun tó nílò àti ṣe ni kó tẹ *329# lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ rẹ tàbí kó dáńlódù FCMB mobile lórí Google Play Store ńlọ bá tán àǹfààní yìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọjọ́ kìíní oṣù kejìlá títí di ọgbọ̀njọ́ oṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún 2025 bó o bá ṣe fowó pamọ́ sí iná àlàǹfààní ẹ̀bùn tó jẹ́ náà ṣe pọ̀ sí àmọ̀ràn tí o wípé àdéhùn àti àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ ń bẹ.
.918 from Solutions 93.9 FM. Still Kickoff Sports Show. Oladapo going to be here. And Ganzi, the sports wizard.
I never go anywhere. I still there.
Okay. All right. Now, let's look at this. You heard Kadafskelia. You heard Anna Slort ahead of tonight's game. And a lot of people are... I don't know why a lot of people are focusing more on the game between Liverpool and PSG.
I mean, it's the game everyone wants to see because of what happened in the first leg. Everybody know that Liverpool were undeserved winners in the first leg. They didn't have a shot on target until that goal from the guy who came in to score, Harvey Elliott. And for Paris Saint-Germain, honestly, I feel like they should have won convincingly in the first leg. And now when you check out the statistics, it does not favor them. Their last 15 trips to England has ended in 14 defeats and 1 loss and 1 draw for them. So it's not looking good. Whenever they go to England in all competitions, maybe the Champions League or the UEFA Europa League, it's not always looking good for them. But one thing happened last season, I don't know if you remember, against the Barcelona, also in the Champions League, they lost the first leg, but of course they won the second leg and they won by 6-4 on aggregate last season. Hopefully they can repeat that same feat in tonight's encounter against Liverpool. But trust me, it's going to be very, very, very difficult.
Okay, looking at the head-to-head in the UEFA Champions League between the two sides, I think Liverpool has an edge in 3 matches. Liverpool has won twice, PSG won once, and PSG won on their home soil. Liverpool won in England, won also on the road. So, if you put your money on any of the two teams, that would be?
Well, Liverpool to qualify to the next round. I'm not sure if they are going to win tonight. Remember, a draw can also make them qualify. If it ends, goalless or maybe 1 goal apiece, at the end of the day, Liverpool will still qualify based on aggregate goals. So I think Liverpool would qualify, but tonight's game end in a draw.
All right, now let's talk about the Barcelona-Benfica game that is going down 6:45. Well, remember, Barcelona did not play their game in the Spanish La Liga following the passing on of the medical head in that team. But for Hansi Flick, he believes that the team will be playing to honor this man.
No, I think the team is doing well with the situation, and we are focused on this match. And how I said it also after the match in Lisbon, that it's only the first match, and I think they are a really good transition team, and we have to take care about that. This is what I said also to the team. The president said something in the dressing room on was it on Wednesday? And on Sunday. Sorry, on Sunday and yesterday, I said to the team, and it's a huge loss. Carlos was a really great person, but also a great doctor, and I said this combination with Ricard and him was for the club very unbelievable, and for the team a big puzzle for the success, because they're doing a great job, and we miss him, but it's also live. I think he will support us from above, and the team also we want to play. We want to also play. Want to say about him, but for him, it's now in this situation very important that we win, and this is the focus what we want to do tomorrow. So.
Very important for Barcelona to win, to qualify, also to honor this ahead of medics in the team. Looking at the first leg, it was 1-0 in favor of Barcelona, just like the same scoreline that happened between Liverpool and PSG. But don't you think a team that did not play in their league now going to the FA Champions League, yes, they may look strong enough, but psychologically, would they be good enough against Benfica?
Yeah, I believe Barca should be good enough for Benfica. Remember what happened in the first leg? They had a red card in the 22nd minute of that game, and they still went on to win by 1-0. So I believe Barcelona have done the job already in the first leg, and playing at home this evening against Benfica, honestly, I expect them to win. And the positive for Barcelona here is the fact that they didn't play over the last weekend, so they are fresher than Benfica. Benfica played over the last weekend against Nacional in their own league, and they won by 3-0. But Barca could not play against Osasuna, and now they are going to be fresher. They had enough rest. They had more time to prepare for this encounter. So all things being equal, I believe Barcelona should roll over them. And remember, these two sides actually faced in the group stage of the Champions League this season, and they won by 5-4 away at Portugal then. So honestly, I believe Barca have beaten Benfica twice already this season, so they shouldn't find it difficult to do that again the third time.
Okay, so you spoke about the time they met in the group stage. Barcelona whitewashed Benfica.
It was just a high-scoring game.
High-scoring game, but what now happened in the first leg? Why did Barcelona fail to win?
They were reduced to 10 men.
Barcelona has won more after having a man sent off.
But not against a team like Benfica. Benfica also a very big side. Honestly, you can't overlook all of these clubs from Portugal. They play decent football, and you'll be surprised that when you check out their results in their domestic league, talking about Benfica now, they are not doing badly at all. Look at the number of games they've won in their last 5 games, 3 victories, 1 loss. Even the loss was even in the Champions League, not in their domestic league. So their last 3 games in their domestic league, they've won everything without conceding. So that tells you how big this side is in Portugal. But no matter how big they are, I think Barcelona will be too hot for them to handle tonight. So all things being equal, Barca are through already to the quarterfinal of this kind of
Okay, too hot to handle. I like that word. And looking at how Benfica has won once against the Barcelona in the last 5 meetings, and they've drawn twice. And Barcelona even scraped through, winning 5-4 in
that was in the group stage.
So
yeah,
you look at the eyes go. I mean, that's 9-goal thriller, right? So I still feel like a shocker will happen tonight. The shocker is soccer. So I don't want anybody to now come out.
Not in this fixture. If a shocker without playing soccer, not in this fixture.
Okay, maybe not in this fixture,
yeah,
but
maybe the fixture of Arsenal tomorrow, but not definitely this fixture.
After scoring 7 goals.
I mean, the shocker would be Arsenal not winning, but they will still qualify. Okay. That's still a shocker.
All right, now Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, Inter, Feyenoord. Let me quickly, before we wrap up the show, Xabi Alonso made it clear that the boys can come up with that the spirit of Istanbul that made Liverpool come from goals down to win against AC Milan. But here, this is not Liverpool. This is Bayer Leverkusen.
Well, one thing has been happening with this club, Bayer Leverkusen. I think ever since Buendia and Victor Boniface had that altercation, I don't know if you saw the video. They were attempting to hit the ball at the same time, and they were in an entanglement at the end of the day. So ever since that time, Xabi Alonso has been benching Victor Boniface. And there's no way you want to talk about Bayer Leverkusen without mentioning Boniface's name. He's actually been one of their highest performers for the past 2 seasons. And hopefully if they can, put all of those issues to rest, maybe they could be, showing up against the Bayern tonight. And remember, something happened over the last weekend in the German Bundesliga. All the home team lost. No home team won the game. Go and check it out. I think that was just the first time in the history of the Bundesliga that would happen. So I think it's going to be difficult for Bayern as well. They lost their last game in the German Bundesliga, but winning 3-0 in the first leg, I feel like they've done the job already. It's just going to be a formality for them. Bayer Leverkusen could win tonight, but at the end of the day, Bayern would still qualify. So maybe a 1-0 victory, a 2-1 victory for Bayer Leverkusen, but on aggregate, Bayern Munich to qualify.
Okay, so pick your winners for tonight. Let's go.
Barcelona to qualify, Bayern to qualify, Inter Milan to qualify, and Liverpool to qualify.
Okay. All right, well, you heard that from the sports wizard himself, Ganzi. We'll record this video. We'll play it back tomorrow.
Thank God there's no Man City. That Man City, they spoil my prediction, but any day.
Okay. All right, this will be the convenient point to say goodbyes on the show. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock on the Kickoff Sports Show.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us. My name is Omoni Alade.
My name is Oladako Okunubi. Remember to stay happy.
People like us, we like